Multi-touch display. Before 2007, smartphones were clunky devices buried under physical keyboards and rigid plastic keys that permanently took up half the device. If a company wanted to update their phone's software or add a new tool, they were entirely trapped by the physical buttons already glued to the hardware. Apple realized that to build a true pocket computer, the hardware had to adapt to the software, which is exactly why they created the multi-touch display. By replacing physical plastic with a seamless sheet of capacitive glass, the iPhone could track multiple finger inputs simultaneously. This completely eliminated the need for a stylus or a fixed keyboard, allowing the screen to instantly transform depending on what the user was doing. When you needed to type, a keyboard appeared. When you wanted to watch a video, the keys vanished, leaving an open canvas. It completely revolutionized the industry by introducing fluid, natural human gestures like pinch to zoom, kinetic flick scrolling, and two-finger rotations, making the iPhone feel alive and establishing the blueprint for every single modern smartphone that followed. The App Store. When the original iPhone launched in 2007, it was completely locked down. Users were strictly limited to the native, pre-installed web apps Apple provided, meaning the device you bought on day one was exactly the device you were stuck with forever. Steve Jobs was initially terrified of opening up the platform, fearing that outside developers would crash the cellular network or infect the phone with malware. However, Apple quickly realized that to turn the iPhone into a truly infinite tool, they needed to open the gates to outside creativity, leading to the launch of the App Store in 2008. The App Store completely transformed the iPhone from a sleek gadget into a global digital economy by offering a secure, centralized marketplace, where developers could distribute software directly to millions of pockets. Suddenly, a phone wasn't just for calling, web browsing, or music. It could instantly adapt to become a high-end mobile gaming console, a mobile bank, a GPS navigator, or a video editing suite. Siri. In October 2011, Apple introduced a feature that sought to completely eliminate the need for manual typing and deep menu navigation for daily tasks. Its name was Siri. The goal was to create a hands-free, frictionless way to interact with a smartphone while on the move, transforming the iPhone 4s from a passive tool into an active digital companion. Siri shifted the smartphone experience by embedding conversational natural language processing directly into the core operating system. Instead of forcing users to memorize rigid, robotic voice commands, Siri was built to interpret context and intent. This allowed people to speak to their device naturally, asking questions like, "Do I need an umbrella today?" and receiving an intelligent response based on the local weather forecast. AirDrop. In 2011, Apple introduced a feature designed to eliminate the clunky, frustrating process of sharing files between devices. Managing emails, setting up Bluetooth pairing, or carrying around physical flash drives just to move a single photo was a massive hassle. So Apple engineered a seamless, invisible wireless pipeline built directly into the ecosystem. AirDrop streamlined file sharing by combining the long-range discovery of Bluetooth with the high-speed data transfer of peer-to-peer Wi-Fi. It completely removed the need for an internet connection or cellular data, allowing users to instantly beam full-resolution photos, massive video files, and documents to a nearby device with a single tap. The system handled all the complex networking and encryption quietly in the background, making file sharing feel instantaneous and secure. This feature revolutionized how people interacted within the Apple ecosystem, serving as the foundation for the famous walled garden experience, Touch ID. In 2013, Apple introduced a feature designed to solve one of the biggest friction points in mobile technology. In 2013, entering a 4-digit PIN or a complex password dozens of times a day was incredibly tedious, leading a massive percentage of smartphone owners to simply disable passwords entirely, leaving their personal data completely unprotected. To fix this, Apple engineered a way to make high-grade security completely invisible and effortless, debuting Touch ID on the iPhone 5s. Touch ID transformed mobile authentication by embedding a highly advanced capacitive fingerprint scanner directly into the iconic sapphire glass home button. Instead of interrupting the user experience, security became a natural byproduct of waking up the phone. The moment you pressed the button to view your screen, the sensor scanned your subepidermal skin layers and unlocked the device instantly. Your fingerprint data is scrambled and locked away in a secure, isolated part of the phone's main chip, ensuring it stays completely private. Face ID. Apple introduced Face ID to completely redefine how users unlock their devices and to pave the way for a radical hardware design shift. The classic fingerprint scanner required a dedicated physical home button, which severely limited screen size and blocked the push toward bezel-less displays. To eliminate the bezel and maximize screen real estate on the groundbreaking iPhone X, engineering teams developed a way to make authentication completely hands-free and passive, launching a whole new era of biometric security. The technology transformed mobile security by replacing the fingerprint sensor with an incredibly sophisticated true-depth camera system packed into the top notch of the screen. Instead of reading a thumbprint, the system projects over 30,000 invisible infrared dots onto a user's face to map its unique 3D topography, creating a dynamic mathematical model that adapts to changes like growing a beard, putting on glasses, or wearing makeup. Your biometric data is instantly processed inside a secure, isolated part of the device, making it impossible to trick the system with a flat photo. MagSafe. Apple introduced MagSafe for iPhone to completely reinvent how users charge and interact with the physical back of their devices. For years, traditional wireless charging was plagued by a frustrating flaw. If a phone was placed slightly off-center on a charging pad, it would either charge painfully slowly or stop charging altogether due to coil misalignment. To eliminate this guesswork and unlock a brand new hardware ecosystem, engineering teams embedded an intelligent architecture directly into the chassis of the iPhone 12. The technology transformed mobile utility by placing a precise, circular array of magnets around a central wireless charging coil, combined with a specialized alignment magnet and an NFC sensor. This design allowed compatible chargers to instantly snap into the perfect, mathematically optimal position every single time, maximizing power transfer efficiency without manual adjustment. More importantly, it turned the back of the phone into a modular mounting platform, enabling a whole new class of snap-on accessories like magnetic leather wallets, car mounts, and snap-on battery packs. Dynamic Island. Apple introduced the Dynamic Island to solve a major hardware dilemma that had plagued smartphone design for years. What to do with the intrusive front-facing camera cutout? While other tech companies tried to make the screen notch smaller or hide it entirely under the display, Apple took a completely opposite approach. Instead of trying to mask the physical pill-shaped camera cutout on the iPhone 14 Pro, engineering and software teams collaborated to turn a permanent hardware flaw into an interactive functional feature. The technology transformed the user experience by turning a dead black space on the screen into a fluid morphing user interface. Driven by smooth software animations, the island seamlessly expands, shrinks, and splits into different shapes to display real-time system alerts, background activities, and live notifications. It allows users to track a sports score, keep an eye on an active phone call, view timer countdowns, or control music playback right at the top of their screen without ever having to jump out of their current app. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more explainer videos just like this one.